If you need to change the data that is stored in a table, you can use the update statement in SQL to make that change. In this video, we're going to introduce you to the update statement. The update statement can be a very complex statement. We're simply going to introduce you to the statement and get you started so that you can use it to make simple changes in your databases. Now, this is the general format of the update statement. It starts with the keyword update followed by the name of the table. And then we have a set clause, set column equal value. So this says that we want to set a specified column to a new value. And then that's followed by a where clause with a search criteria. So the statement will find all of the rows in the table that match this search criteria. And then in those rows only, it will set this column to its new value. Because there can be a lot going on in an update statement, we usually see it written more like this on separate lines of code where the statement is simply easier to read when it's written this way. Here we have the update clause, update the specified table, and then here we have the set clause, set this column to this value, and then here we have our where clause. Let's look at an example. Here's an example that uses the contacts table that we've been working with in all of the previous videos in this chapter. Now, you might recall that the contacts table contains people's names and email addresses, and you might remember that there's one row where the name is set to Kevin Brown, and Kevin's email address is kevin@example.com. Well, suppose that we need to change Kevin's email address to kbrown@example.com. Well, this is the statement that would do that. Update contacts, set email equal kbrown@example.com. That's our new email address for Kevin, where name is equal to Kevin Brown. So this statement will go through the contacts table. It will find all of the rows where the name column is set to Kevin Brown. And for those rows, it will set the email column to kbrown@example.com. Okay, well, let's switch over to idle and let's see how this looks in code. So here's a program I've written called Update Contacts. It starts with an import statement. We're importing the SQLite 3 module. Then here we have the definition of our main function, and then down here we have the code that executes the main function. Inside the main function, first we get a connection to the contacts.db database, and then we get a cursor object for that database. Now we're going to execute our update statement the same way that we execute other statements. We're going to use the cursor objects execute method. So here you can see that our SQL statement is going to update the contacts table. We're going to set the email column to kbrown@example.com, where name is equal to Kevin Brown. So this is going to change Kevin Brown's email address. So we'll execute that statement, and then we mustn't forget to commit the changes. In this program, we're actually making a change to the database, so we need this commit method to be called. I've added some code here to demonstrate whether our SQL update statement actually worked. I'm going to now execute a select statement where we're going to get all of the columns from all of the rows in the contacts table. Then we're going to fetch the results of that select statement, and this for loop is going to display the results of our select statement. And then we're going to close the database connection. Okay, well, let's run this program. And here's the output. This is the results of the select statement. And you can see here in row number 3 that indeed Kevin Brown's email address has been changed to kbrown@example.com. The update statement can be much more complex than the one that I've shown you here. This will get you started writing the update statement, but continue to read about it in your textbook, and you'll see many other examples of how to use this statement to change rows in a database table.